Hello everyone, my name is Alea Brown and I am here to talk to you all about the US's war on drugs today. A war on drugs is impossible to win if the victory requires eliminating drug use, says Elizabeth K. Gray. With this, what she means is, we make each other weak with division. The more that we allow citizens to tear each other apart over moral and civil disagreements, the weaker our nation becomes. This holds true with the US's, just like many other nations' war against drugs. Because there is separation versus unification in an attempt to rid the nation of its issues related to drugs, the goal has yet to be met. Now, I will present you guys three other positions on this specific topic. Position number 1. Is the war on drugs systematic? The use of drugs that are used in more predominantly Black regions tend to come along with much heftier charges. What is the reason for this? Minority individuals tend to get harsher punishment for possession of the same amount of the same exact drugs than their white counterparts. For example, African Americans are more likely to receive hefty charges for petty marijuana charges versus their white counterparts. The second position is the use of technology the cause of the failure of the war? As we all know, social media has come to pretty much control our brains. I mean, I know even my grandparents who are well into their 60s are using technology. They are talking about how much they love their Facebook, even TikTok now, right? It is controlling our brains. So when we have celebrities and people that we look up to and people that we watch a lot on our social media accounts using drugs and, it being glorified in a way, this position is basically saying that they believe that has a lot to do with why people are being more okay with taking the drugs, right? Because it's being made to be more okay with social media and the technology and TVs. The third position states that they believe that the courts have contributed to the war against drugs. Oftentimes, drug offenders are thrown in jail with no real counseling. This usually leads to them acting out and oftentimes receiving heftier sentencing. Also, because there's no counseling, the offenders are likely to reoffend. A big reason why a lot of offenders wound up right back in prison after being released on probation is due to the fact that a lot of times they failed their drug test. This, to me, and as well as this person, means that somewhere the prison is failing to properly rehabilitate prisoners into the real world. They aren't receiving any real things to help them and provide them with what they need to rid themselves of this addiction to whatever drug it is that may have led them in there. Also, there's a lot of corruption within the prison system. There are many substances that make their way into the prison by prison employees. A lot of times, offenders are just thrown into prison just to feed their habits with whatever substances may be available to them. So sometimes they may have came into the prison system taking a lighter drug. However, there may be a heftier drug that is at their fingertips within the prison, and they come out with a worse issue than they had to begin with. So To wrap this up, I would like to end with reiterating my position with you guys. Even though the positions that I just read to you all, they were good positions, and I believe that all of them are true. In their own right. However, I believe that the biggest error that our nation, as well as other nations, have made with their attempt to win this war on drugs is divide and conquer. Although it works in some other situations, it has just seemed to fail with this. For trying to take people with their morals and their own beliefs and put them against people who believe that drug use is okay, it's just not going to work, especially as social media and the televisions and just the internet as a whole takes over with this generation. It's simply not going to work, because you have more of our population who is following those trends versus, I guess, what you would say, morals. So I hope that I left you all with some knowledge that you may have not known before, or maybe you have known this and you just enjoy hearing me speak. I thank you for hearing me, and have a nice day. Thank you.